Hey everybody, thanks for joining me again. This is going to be for you guys who are manually swapping your automatic Integra and have the same problem as I do. We have this big gaping hole. I have a solution for you. Stay tuned to find out. I've been zoning. Today we're going to get moving along with the Integra, and this is for more aim for you guys that are autos or manual swapping your automatic Integra chassis, or it's, well, I mean, this will work for the DCs, the EKs, and the EGs. So so just like everybody else that is doing this to their chassis, I have the same problem as you guys do. I have that hole in the middle of the floor, but I came across something that was actually pretty neat, because I thought about making something like this myself a long time ago, and it was just by chance that I was scrolling through YouTube, like I do all the time, and I was just scrolling through YouTube, and I actually came across this right here. Now this right here, this plate right here, if you can read on here, it's made for, well, it's kind of a little bit difficult to read, but anyway, this is made by a guy named, he has his own YouTube channel. It's called NaytonTech. This particular plate will work for the EG, the EK, and the DC Integra, and this is for us. This is for us people like me who are going over and have no way to block that hole, and you don't really feel like drilling holes, or you don't have access to a welder and you can't weld it all up and stuff, because not all of us do have access to it, and most of us like me we're welders. So we live by the grinder. So in that case, and you don't have it like me, you can go hop over to NaytonTech's YouTube channel, and you can talk to him. There's a lot of neat features to it, because it actually, if you look, these holes, I'll set it down here that we can actually see it. So the way this is designed, he 3D prints them at home by himself, which is really cool, man. I like seeing people make something of themselves and like design certain products and stuff, and I think it's really cool. I've always wanted to invent stuff growing up. But all these holes right here, they all go to the existing holes that you already have in your chassis. Now, the only two that don't, I believe, are these two right here. And maybe they do for yours, but for me they won't, because I have the RFAB shifter plate underneath there. So I'm going to have to drill out these two holes, and because I have my bolts for the plate itself sit probably like right around here and here, I'm not going to be able to use these two holes, but it's just fine for me, because I'll probably take a Dremel or something. I'll Dremel this section out, or potentially even may chop this off, which I really don't want to do, because I like the way that this thing looks. And like, if you look at it closely, you can see there's a little edge on it right here, and you can actually put your original shifter back on it. So if you wanted to use this, you just bolt it on, put your little rubber grommet thing around here for your shifter, and put it on there, or just leave it the same way. And it looks really cool. It's like 30 bucks. So I mean, for 30 bucks, it alleviates a huge headache. Now, they are made to order, so it does take a little bit to get it sometimes, but you know, a lot of things are made to order. It's not really a big deal. So I'm going to do my best to kind of show you guys and give you guys the lowdown on like how to install it while it's in the car. Like I said, mine's going to be a little different, because I'm not going to be able to use the two holes because of my plate, but you guys should definitely check this out. Again, it's NaytonTech, so I'll put his information down in the description below. That way you guys can go check him out too, because he has a lot of other stuff that he makes. He 3D prints. He's kind of building he's trying to build a little empire for himself, and if you guys can go over there and give him any kind of support, that would be great. So let's get started with the install, and we'll catch up with you guys in the car. All right, so now we're back in the car, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So like most of you guys know, you have the struggle. You have these holes right here. So what this plate does is this will go down, and this will go over, and if you look, it'll line up right with your bolt holes in the front. So, and it should do that through all your holes that you have down the chassis. Now, in my case, because of my plate, like with the holes or the bolts that I have here and here, it's not going to fit. But and also I believe it hits like the very front of that, like that bolt right there. where that shifter is. So I might have to trim it down a little bit right in there. But for anybody who doesn't have a hybrid racing shifter, it'll definitely work. Maybe he'll have other revisions later on where it will work with the hybrid racing shifter and our fab shifter plate that I'm using. But for right now, it's still great. It really is. It's gonna block up all the fumes and dirt and water or whatever else that's gonna fly inside your car. With that being said, I'm gonna actually drill some of this out with or Dremel some of it out, so that way I can actually see if it'll lay flush, if I don't have to trim anywhere else or whatever. All right, so I had to switch over to my cell phone. I guess my camera died on me. That sucks. But all right, so I had the hybrid racing shifter. You guys who don't have the hybrid racing shifter won't have this issue, but because of that, the base is a little bit bigger, so I had to, you know, make some room for it to actually go in and be able to fit over top of it. Like I said, you guys who don't have that will have no issues. You just put the cover down there, drill your holes, and well, the 2 holes that you might have to drill would be in the back, and you should be ready to go. So if you look on this section right here in the front, I had to make a little bit of room just for it to clear, and it's only because it is a thinner piece. So if it was, I don't know, so maybe let's say like that thick or something, maybe 2 inches. If it was like 2 inches, it would be a little bit, like, it would fit a little bit better over the hybrid racing shifter. But the bottom piece, the front piece, is perfectly fine. So what we'll do here, you set it down, and look, now I have room for it. And like I said, the only reason I drilled the holes was because of I had the other bolt holes there, and there, and now I just got to drill these 2 out here and bolt it down, and we're pretty much ready to go with this. The shifter install is, or the plate install is pretty much ready to go. Hey guys, so I'm gonna end this video from underneath the car. So I'll put a picture in of what it looks like before I put the gasket sealer in. I'm just putting it in there as a precaution. You don't have to do that. It seals it off pretty well. But you can look on the underside of it, between the plate that I have here and the shifters in right there. You can see how nicely it actually does line up. So now you have no holes. Yeah, that's so nice. No holes.